All rise. Support court with Judge Vanderby is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB1064, Adams case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Adams?
Yes.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I've decided that I need a little more money a month with the child that we have, so that's why I'm here.
All right. So currently, how much are you receiving?
I think it's about minimum wage.
Okay, so about what, $213 or so,
Yeah.
something like that?
Yes, around
Okay.
that area.
All right. How old is the child?
She's 5.
Okay. Does mom give anything extra? Has she been doing anything extra?
No, nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
So how did you all get to this point? She's on minimum wage child support. Was she working previously?
She was working previously, and then she quit the job. I want to say I can't really get that backstory out of her, but we had to separate, Your Honor. I couldn't do it anymore.
You couldn't do what anymore?
I couldn't be with her. She started to get very just abusive. For what it is, my breaking point, she went upside my head because I couldn't put her food in the microwave.
Oh wow. This lady did that?
Your Honor.
She looks so sweet.
No. You darn near need to get the bailiff in here. I can't. She's very abusive. She can play the funk.
Hold on. Did he just state that she hit him because he didn't cook her food? That's a serious red flag. And it's not just petty. Domestic violence, regardless of the perpetrator, is a serious issue. And let's face it, the courtroom response here caught everyone off guard, including the judge. However, things get complicated when she later acknowledges that she was not taking her medication. Is this a pattern of behavior, or was it an isolated incident? Outburst, let's look more closely.
Oh, okay. You're not gonna throw nothing at me, are you?
No, ma'am. No.
Okay. Well, he said you went upside his head. I just want to make sure you don't try to go upside mine.
It was a rough day that day. Your Honor, I'm diagnosed bipolar, and I was just having a really rough day. And our child, she was just really just crying all day, and I just needed a little bit of help. And he was just saying he couldn't help me at home, and so that's why I just kind of acted out.
Oh, okay. So it was an isolated incident?
Huh?
Was it an isolated incident?
I'm sorry, when she get her foot going like that, I just... Say it again.
This is when things become complicated. She freely acknowledges that she has bipolar disorder and that she had an outburst because she wasn't taking her medication. Mental health issues are serious and difficult to manage, but does that justify physical violence? Since the law doesn't indicate that you should stop taking your medication, it's acceptable to lash out. Courts take mental health into account, but they also put safety first, particularly when a child is involved. This wasn't an isolated incident. That has a significant impact on what occurs subsequently. What's next?
Was it an isolated incident?
What do you mean, isolated?
Like, did that happen one time?
No.
She's gone upside your head numbers of times.
No, numbers.
Okay.
Numbers, dozens.
It's because he let my medication. I was off my medication, and he said he couldn't pay for it because it was too expensive. But I'm back on my medication now, and he said we were going to try and work things out. I still love him. I mean, look at him. He's a fine-looking man, and I love our child. And
He's a nice-looking guy.
I really want to work it out, and I just got this new job.
Hold on a minute. She made a huge leap from minimum income to $55,000 annually. And even though she claims to have debt, the court is more concerned with the welfare of the child than with credit card bills. Whether she has debt or not, her higher wage allows her to contribute more, and the judge will undoubtedly make that plain. Child support is determined by the non-custodial parent's income before personal expenses.
Tell me about that new job.
Well, I'm a manager at a fast food restaurant.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get back on my feet, and but I got a lot of debt, so I have to save that money, and I don't feel like I can pay more child support right now.
How much are you making now at your new job?
I'm making $55K.
$55,000. That's a lot from where you're at now.
I didn't have anything before, and I just have a lot of the credit card debt
Okay.
and health debt, you know, with my medication and my visits.
I understand. You understand that he has things that he needs to pay for you all's daughter, right?
Yes.
And I can only imagine $200 or so for a 5-year-old is not cutting it.
It's not.
You understand that, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
So it's only fair that your child support is increased because your income has changed and you have the means now to support your daughter a little bit better. Now, that's not to say I understand that you have debt. I understand that you have things that you have to pay for, but with what's in the best interest of the child, your child support should be increased. You understand that, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Is your daughter involved in any extracurricular activities or anything?
Yeah, she's in ballet.
Ballet, okay. How much is ballet?
It comes to about, I want to say, about $200 a month.
$200 a month? Okay. And she goes throughout the year?
Yes,
Okay. What about health insurance?
I pay health insurance.
All right, how much is health insurance?
It's about $222 a month.
All right.
And there is the decision. The court revised her monthly child support obligation to $92.80 based on her new pay, which now includes compensating Mr. Adams for his health insurance and the basic support sum. The bottom line is that the law doesn't care if you recently received a raise or if you have debt. As your income rises, so does your financial obligation to your child. Fair, legally absolute courts use a percentage-based approach for child support, 20% of her net income for one child.
Can mom attend any
No.
ballet? No?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay, I see. So mom had supervised visits.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So this is what we're going to do, ma'am. We are going to adjust your child support so that it increases to reflect what it should be based on your new income. You testified that your new amount was $55,000. That will bring your gross to $4,580, bringing your net to...
This is the traditional approach. But what about this other move? She claims that she shouldn't be required to pay. The increased child support because Mr. Adams sold her a defective car. It's a nice attempt, but legally it is completely irrelevant because this is a child support case, not a small claims court hearing, and the judge dismisses that. Quick, pro tip. If you are in court on a single matter, don't try to use unrelated complaints to divert the case. It won't work.
$3,504. You only have one child? This is your only child?
Yes, Your Honor.
So that's going to be based on 20%, which brings your child support amount to $700.80. Now you do have to reimburse dad for the health insurance, okay? So that's $780 plus the $222 for health insurance reimbursement. That brings your monthly obligation to $922.80 per month. Okay? You understand that?
Can I just mention one thing, Your Honor?
Sure.
Reggie, he's a used car salesman, and he sold me this discounted car, and it's just a junk car, and I've been having so many bills from this car.
Okay.
And I just had it in the shop, and it was $750
All right.
because it's just breaking down, and I don't know how I'm going to be able to afford all this because he's the one who sold me this and said it was a good car.
So what
Your
did
Honor,
you
in
want
my
me to do about
defense,
it?
I sold her that car.
Well, here's the deal. I don't even need your defense because I didn't need her story. It doesn't have any impact on what it is that I have to do. This isn't a divorce where, we're in a temporary orders hearing and we're talking about splitting debts and anything like that. So it's irrelevant to what we're doing here today. However, you have to take care of that expense. That's how you're going to have to handle it. And if the two of you have an issue that ends up having to result in litigation, that'll be done in a different court. Okay? So as of today, your child support has been increased to $922.80. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you.
The biggest lesson here is that the court always rules in the child's best interest, regardless of personal debts, drama, or past conflicts. And just like that, the case is closed. The judge increased the mother's child support to $922, $80 per month, ensuring the child receives the support they need. However, her claims regarding the car were dismissed as irrelevant. Now I want to hear from you. Was this ruling fair? Should the father have pushed for even more support? If you thought this breakdown was as crazy as we did, please hit the bell to ensure you never miss a case.